Bloodshot synopsis. Ray Garrison, a slain soldier, is reanimated with superpowers. Hey YouTube, and welcome to my new movie review for Bloodshot. It's directed by David Wilson. It came out this year, 2020, and it's rated M, and the duration is 1 hour and 49 minutes. It's an action, drama, sci-fi movie, and it stars Vin Diesel as Ray Garrison, Bloodshot, Elsa Gonzalez as Katie KT, with Guy Pearce as Dr. Emil Harting, with Lamorne Morrison as Wilfred Wigess. One of the things, guys, that I have to say straight off the bat, and I kind of, for those of you who've been following me for any period of time, when it comes to bad things about movies that I don't like, I like to talk about that first, and then I like to tell you the good stuff about the movie. And straight off the bat, I need to say this. The biggest disappointment with this movie for me, guys, is literally the guy who plays the character Wilfred. I almost felt like his character in the movie was a complete and total shoo-in. That's honestly what I like, seriously. His character, one, I didn't find funny at all. I didn't find any of his jokes landed at all. And to the point where it kind of bugged me a little bit, because I was like, that's not funny. And he was trying to push the humor throughout the movie, and it was just like, yeah, it just kept falling for me. It really, really did. Another thing that kind of bugged me, and this is a pretty big thing in terms of cinematography and the way literally the way that a character is. It's really, this is, for those who've been following me for any period of time, I don't do spoilers, okay, but I just need to talk to you about this one scene, and it's to do with what they call blocking. Literally, yeah, when you do stage performances, blocking is a massive thing, because you can never have your back to the audience, and you always have to be facing the audience. But especially in film, blocking in film is a really big deal. So Vin Diesel is leaning against a pool, and like as in underground, and he's underground in this pool, and he looks behind him, and this girl dives into the water, and she was swimming around, and all of a sudden she starts doing like martial art sort of dancing stuff like that. And then literally the same sequence, she comes out of the water and starts having a conversation with him. Now he's below the water level. Right? He's here, he's sitting down, and there's this ginormous window into the pool. So she comes out of the pool and starts having a conversation with him. And the worst part about that scene is she's literally having a conversation with him, and her eye line with his eye line is literally on contact, as in like, she's talking, she's come out of the pool, so the pool's here, and she's talking like this, like directly to him, like he's above ground. And I was like, wow, that is a screw up. That is a monumental stuff up, because she should be looking down, because that's where he was. He was below the water level. And I was like, man, that is the worst blocking shot in a cinematic shot that I've ever seen. That is the worst blocking shot ever. Like literally, how did they not pick that up? And it was just, it really, like in the cinema, when you're watching something like that, and you're just watching it to enjoy it, and you see that so obvious, that it's like, wow, that's bad. So that, I know, I really needed to get that off my chest, because that was just, wow, that was so bad. Another thing, guys, is I need to tell you about is the CGI towards the end of the movie. And those of you who've been seeing this movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. And those of you who haven't, when you see the movie, when you see it, you'll get it. The elevator scene, when they're going down in the elevator, man, I tell you what, either they didn't have time to render it properly, either that, or they were just like, it's going to go so fast the audience aren't going to care. Because obviously this is based on a comic book movie. And I'm not kidding you guys, seriously, the elevator scenes, a lot of the CGI was so clearly fake. Like, it was really, really obviously fake. And I was just like, in saying all that, guys, in saying all that, I actually enjoyed this film. I genuinely, authentically, I really enjoyed this film. I thought this film was fun, especially the start of it. Vin Diesel and Guy Pearce's character, the way they, and KT as well, the way that their characters were interacting was quite funny. One of the things I liked about this film also is the opening started with an adrenaline intense scene, and then it goes into the film, and then the character and who it's made by start rolling. I actually like when films do that to this day. I really, really enjoy that because it takes you into the movie, and then you find out, you know, who made it and all that sort of stuff. Now, I can completely understand 100%. 1,000%. I really, really get it. Okay, I'm telling you right now, I totally understand. If a lot of people get really, really annoyed, totally understand the storyline of this film. I get it completely. Because it goes into the movie, they do something with his character, he does something to another character, and then the reality of the situation is revealed. And then I was like, oh, that's dumb. And I really felt, while sitting in the cinema, I remember saying to myself, man, Hollywood is really scraping the barrel with this one. Like, really. Because it was just so like, oh, that's just... really, that's the storyline we're going for. Now, something else I want to say about this film that I really loved, and I thought it was so well executed. And when you see the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. And those of you who have seen the movie, this scene, Vin Diesel's gone under. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. He's gone under, and Guy Pearce is in this. He's in this room, and it's a digital white room, and there's like things around him or whatever. But it's a digital white room, and Vin Diesel's character is like glitching, and he's like, "Oh, you seem uncomfortable. Let's make you more comfortable." And then all of a sudden, Guy Pearce goes beep 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 boop boop beep on his hand. All right, that's the noise of his hand. Beep boop beep beep boop boop beep. Anyway, so all of a sudden, and this technique of this element of this movie blew my mind. I was like, yep, okay, yep. That was absolutely incredible. The digital layers of the room started literally falling in piece, and all of a sudden they were in a reality of like this ocean front place, like on a dock, like a wharf where boats and stuff are. But the way that the camera wraps around that and then comes back to them, and then they're in that reality, that sequence was so good. Man, I love that sequence. I was blown away by the execution of that. I really, really was. I was really impressed with that. Does this movie have, for anyone who's been following me for any period of time, does this movie have the core element that film needs in order to be filmed for it to be rewatchable, which I call rewatchability, guys? Does it have rewatchability? That's a hard question. The reason why I say yes to that question, guys, is because I would like to see this movie again. So I'm going to say yes. But because of the storyline of this movie, I would say no, but the digital effects and stuff like that in this movie are pretty awesome. They really, really are. They're really, really awesome. But I can see why people won't like this film. I can see very, very clearly why people aren't going to appreciate this film, honestly, because it is what it is. So for anyone who's been following me for any period of time, you guys know that I like to give you trivia for movie reviews, because trivia is like icing on the cake, and who doesn't like cake? So it's trivia time. This is Dave Wilson's feature film debut. Next piece of trivia is, guys, Michael Sheen was originally set for Dr. Emil Harting, but had to drop out due to schedule and conflicts. Next piece of trivia is, my friends, this is Toby Kebbell's first comic book movie since Fantastic Four 2015. Man, that was a bad movie. Oh, that was such a bad movie. Next and final piece of trivia is, guys, and I will leave you with this. David Leitch and Chad Stahelski were attached to direct the movie, but passed on the project. So bad. Anyway, guys, for those of you who've been following me for any period of time, you know the drill. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, go and subscribe. Go and click that bell for notifications if you're on a mobile device. Please be so kind and leave a thumbs up on my movie review. That way I know you're valuing it so much. I appreciate that. And if you like it, leave your comments in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your feedback on Bloodshot. Did you like it or did you hate it? Did you think it was pretty ridiculous? Leave your comments in the comment section below. And don't forget who's bringing this movie review for Bloodshot, guys. This is Superman Steve, guys, flying out!